Hello, sir. Please, I am about to present my midterm exams on multiplexers and decoders. First of all, this one is a 8 by 1 multiplexer. So, what is a multiplexer? A multiplexer is a digital switch that selects one of many input signals and forwards the selected input to a single output line. It uses select lines to choose which input to send to the output, like this. So, what is the purpose of the 8 by 1 multiplexer? The purpose of 8 by 1 multiplexer has 8 inputs, 3 selection lines, and 1 output line. It is based on the combination of selection lines whereby only one data input is passed to the output at any given time. So, what are the key components in the circuit? Number one, it has input from D0 to D7. These are the data inputs. Only one of them will be selected and passed to the output, which is from S1, from S0, S1, and S2. This determines which one of the 8 inputs is selected. Not gate. The not gate is an inverse of the selection of signals when necessary to cover all combinations from 00 to 111. The AND gate. Corresponds each AND gate corresponds to one input, which is from the D0 to D7. It activates only when the correct combination of select lines is present. The OR gate combines the output from all AND gates, so only the selected input goes to the output. So a real life example is a TV remote selector. So in all, the inputs from D0 to D7 carry the possible data values. The select lines choose which data input is selected. The NOT gates provide logic combinations. The AND gates match correct input, and the OR gate combines selected input to one output. Alright. This is a 16 by 1 multiplexer. So what is a 16 by 1 multiplexer? A 16 by 1 multiplexer has 16 input lines from D0 to D15, carrying out possible data inputs. It has 4 selected lines from S0, S1, S2, and S3. It is used to select one of the 16 inputs. One output line, which is Y, which shows the selected input value. The combination of the 4 selected input lines can represent 16 different binary values, which is 000 to 1111, allowing selection of any one of the 16 inputs. So what are the key components in this circuit diagram? The input, which is from D0 to D15, these are the data lines, only one of them is selected at a time. 2. Selected lines which are from the S0 to S3. These 4 lines decide which input to select. You notice them at the bottom of the circuit. You notice them at the bottom of the circuit. So now the NOT gates used to generate complemented signals for selection logic, and the AND gate, which has the 16 in total. Each input line is connected to an AND gate. An AND gate activates only when the select lines match the binary index of its corresponding outputs. The OR gate has 16 inputs and are fed into the OR gate to produce the final single output. So a real life example is a radio tuner. You have 16 radio stations from D0 to D15, and by tuning you choose which station you want to hear through the speaker. Right. So this is a 3x8 decoder. But first of all, what is a decoder? A decoder is a combinational logic circuit that converts binary information from input lines to a maximum of 2 raised to the power n unique output. It activates only one input line for each unique binary output combination. What does a 3x8 decoder has? It has 3 input lines, which are S0, S1, and S2. It has 8 output lines, one for each combination of the 3 input bits. One enable input used to activate or disable the decoder. When enabled, which is the E, whereby the E is equal to 1, the decoder sets exactly one output high. It sets one output high based on the binary value of the input. So what is the circuit explanation? These are binary input lines. They control which output is activated. The NOT gate, it inverts the input to create all combination of true and complemented inputs. A real life example is the keyboard with 3 switches. So this one is a 4x16 decoder. A 4x16 decoder has 4 input lines from S0 to S, which are S0, S1, S2, and S3. It has 16 input lines, one for each combination of the 4-bit inputs, which is 2 raised to the power 4. So when enabled, the decoder uses the 4-bit binary input to activate one of the 16 inputs. How does the 4x16 decoder works? The 4 selected lines can represent binary numbers from 000 to 111 based on this input combination. Only one of the 16 inputs from Y0 to Y15 from D0 to D15. The other 15 inputs remain low. The enabled inline must be high, which is 1, so that the decoder can function. A real-life example is a classroom with 16 students. Each of them has a unique 4-bit ID. When the teacher calls out a specific ID, only that student responds, their output goes high. But if the teacher hasn't entered the room, no one answers. So what are the applications of this? It is used for memory addressing. It is used for microcontroller port selection, and it is used to display systems.